Hi, this is Carrie.
This is Chemda, and we're Gilmore Friends.
Welcome.
Welcome to all our Gilmore Friends. Today we're going to discuss Season 1, Episode 9, Rory's Dance, which, hello, very simple title. That's fine. And the cold open again is at Friday night dinner. And nothing really happens at Friday night dinner. Do you agree?
Nothing really. I mean, we find out there's a dance and then there's some snotty back and forth about you don't read the newsletter, blah, blah, blah. Oh, but I did want to mention that they are fundraising for the spotted owl. And the spotted owl is still near threatened.
Oh, well, isn't this a PSA
And they're
now?
killing off another species of owl to make the spotted owl live.
Wow. Well, this episode of Gilmore Friends has now become way more important than we thought it would be. So
I know that you spend night and day worrying about the spotted owl, but I just want to.
I will now.
It was such a hot button thing in the 90s. Was the spotted owl? It was like this symbol of like conservation, and I wanted to update you on that. Whatever.
Thank you. See, I only wrote fraternizing with the avocado because it's one of my favorite
I noticed
lines.
that you and Lorelai both hate avocado. Do you hate it because your hero is it because your hero hates avocado?
No. So look, avocado to me, I'm like, wait, why would I ever hate avocado? Avocado sounds amazing. It's green. I love all the green things. It is because it's like butter and I hate the feeling of butter. I always need butter to be fully melted. I don't want to taste like the clumps. It's something to do with the texture of it. So she removes the avocado and then eventually, I think it was the tomato that she starts removing from her salad. And she goes, well, what's wrong with the tomato? It was fraternizing with the avocado.
With the enemy.
And don't you understand that though? When something you don't like touches the other thing that you like, it's over, it kills it. Are you like that? I'm like that. I have to cut it off and like not eat that part.
Right.
Okay.
I mean,
all right.
Sure.
Okay, all right. I wrote it down. It was important to me, but we can move on. They drive home afterwards. So they're driving home after we find out that Rory doesn't want to go to
Now, I wrote down, why would Rory want to go to this dance? I was on her side initially because it's not her friends. It's not her people. She doesn't feel like she fits in yet. And like, why would she want to go?
Not even not fit in. And she even says, she's like, what do I want to like go put overtime into Paris and Tristan just making fun of me.
Yeah.
So I get that. But I thought Lorelai's question to Rory was really good. It was, are you afraid to ask Dean, or are you not a joiner, or are you shy? Like, I think it's really good that she didn't just kind of dismiss it as, well, she doesn't want to go to the dance.
Right.
She never went to the dance. Do you want to experience a moment of a dance before you make a decision?
Right.
I thought that was cool.
I didn't realize that taking Dean was an option. I thought it was a school only. I didn't have a lot of high school dances, so I don't know. I didn't know that you could take someone from another school, for example.
I didn't know. You're right. I didn't know that there were. I don't know that we did have other high school except for the prom, which, as I understand it, they switched what the prom is now, which, thank God, like finding a date to the prom when you're a teenager, like there are just dates everywhere, you know, like who do I ask for a date? No one. I don't know anyone. If I knew who to date or who to take to a dance, I would have a boyfriend. It's so much pressure and you get left out if you don't have a date. And I was 17 when I went to the prom. I had to ask like my only male friend and he said no because he's not a joiner. And then oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I asked the supermarket guy.
You asked Dean.
Oh shit.
You asked your Dean.
I didn't know him. This was just a guy that my friend worked at the supermarket.
Oh no.
So I would like say hi to her and visit her. She was like my best friend in high school. And I was going to the prom with her. And he would hit on me, but he was like 23 and I was 17. But I thought like, that's like totally normal. That's what people do. And so I'm like, hey, this guy's been hitting on me every time I get in there. And I was like, I'll pay for it because this grown adult.
How much was your prom?
Too much. I don't know. That's another thing.
Mine was
What?
$200.
What?
Which, when you're 17, may as well be $50,000.
Yeah, it was not 200.
It was
crazy.
200 a piece, and it was too much. I went twice.
Who has that? You went twice. So here I am, like completely desperate, and you went twice.
Well, I went because in my junior year, my boyfriend was a senior.
Ooh.
So I went as a junior to the senior prom.
You were very cool.
Yes, extraordinarily cool. And then my senior year, I didn't have a date, so I went with a male friend. But I also went with a pack of girls. Like, I went with like 9 of my friends.
That's so much better. It's too much pressure. So she's feeling that pressure. Rory's feeling it.
Yeah.
And asking your, I don't know if it's
Wait, so did the supermarket guy say yes?
He did, but I could tell he regretted it. Cause like, not when he said it, but you know, now once you're like on the date, you realize you're hanging out with a bunch of high school kids who are going to the prom. And we also missed our prom because we're all very late. And so by the time we picked each other up, I don't remember any part of my.
There was a friend of mine came with her date to the senior prom, and he was a full grown man. Yeah. He was like 37.
Oh, wait.
And he came to the senior prom, and I have photos, I mean, you know, printed photos of this just why is there a teacher hanging out with you? Like, he looks like a grown up.
That's 20 years older. 23 is something weird. Different.
23 would be, you know, not great, but okay. Yeah, it's fine. But this guy was like a grown up, like in the workforce, like going through a divorce. I don't know. And he went with my friend. I got to look up whatever happened to her because that was so weird.
Oh, I would look up what happened to him because he might have been rethinking his life. Because my date certainly was. He was like, and he was polite and everything about it, but you know, and it eluded me how, because so many guys would hit on, like, you just get hit on, you know, it's not like I'm so gorgeous. It's just men hit on you all the time, and then they're just playing their numbers. I didn't know it was such a numbers game, and they just default to hitting on you, and they don't necessally want to go to the prom.
That's amazing, though. That's awesome. That's awesome. Like, I wonder where that guy is now. Like, where is that guy?
I should look him up.
He was like, no, but he did.
Look him up. I don't even know if I had his number. Like, I don't know how this happened. It was so embarrassing, and I just didn't know any guys. I didn't. Yeah. So okay. So we figured out she's just nervous, and she decides to ask Dean. So here we are talking to Lane. And I love this conversation between Rory and Lane because they are young women who are deciding, is this my boyfriend? Like, she actually said, is this my boyfriend? And Lane said something like, well, you guys spend a lot of time making out or something.
You spend a lot of time not making out with other people or something.
Yeah. So,
but Lane is 100% correct that, like, it is really important to have, like, after you've been dating a couple of weeks, to have the where do we stand. Do I introduce you as my boyfriend? I've had this awkward conversation a few times in my life.
And who wants to do that?
I mean, it's good to clarify, but you want the result you want.
Yeah.
And like, P.S. later in the episode, it does happen, but we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah. And I love that like this, I think this is a thing that I used to do. I believe you used to do. You just kind of like, tee-hee, we're about to do this. Tee-hee, let me watch. Tee-hee, and Lane is like, I'm going to watch because she's living vicariously through Rory her whole life because she's not allowed to go anywhere with anybody.
Did we ever find out if Lane got blowback from touching the hair?
No, that was it. I think it was like Lorelai saying, hey, but people are going to forget this.
But then Lorelai was right and everyone forgot. I know that wasn't like a major thing, but like.
I mean, what do we want? A D plot? You know what I mean?
Yeah. We got too many plots. How far along but I want to follow up on the frickin' hair touching. I'm telling you, Lane is the most interesting character.
I love her, but I relate to her the most. So I don't want to say, especially after you said she's the best. I'm like, we know.
We know.
So here's Rory asking Dean to the dance. Her first question to me is very, what's the word? Manipulative.
What are you doing? What are you doing Saturday night?
What are you doing? Yeah. Do you work on Friday? I believe she said. or
Mhm.
Saturday. I wrote down Friday, but you might
I think
be
it
right.
was Saturday. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Oh, I think it
What
was
do you mean,
Saturday.
do you work on Saturday?
Do you work on Saturday? Sometimes when I'm free. Also, he doesn't have a schedule. He doesn't have a work schedule. He just shows up at the store when he feels like working. But okay,
Yeah.
so and she beats around the bush like you would because
Like a
you're
lot.
awkward.
Yeah.
And she's like, there's this thing. And then she goes on this chicken rant, which is so weird. And she's being really weird. And finally, she's like, it's a dance. Do you want, and he's like, what do I have to wear?
Such a good question.
Yeah.
Also, all of this is so, it's so, I think the way things happen, she's all over the place. She's kind of asking, not asking, is it a dance? No, it's not. Yes, it is, So
Right.
I think it is how teenagers do. This is her first non-boyfriend.
Yeah. And it's awkward to ask a guy. I mean, it's awkward to ask anyone out.
Yeah.
Just across the board. It's fine. It's awkward.
And then it's, what do you have to wear? She's like, you could wear anything. He's so sweet. He's like, come on. And then he has to wear a coat and tie and
yeah.
I used to like getting dressed up here and again, but most of the guys that I knew did not. And it was like, you're making them do it. So it's extra on top of you're asking them out. You're asking them to get dressed in this, what they call monkey suit, so that was extra. But he did it. Was he not the sweetest?
So offensive to monkeys, but yes. Monkey suit. I mean, I think if you like a person, you sometimes do things for them that, like.
Yeah, but it's like you said, Dean and his confidence, normally a guy would be like, I don't know. I guess if you want, and
right.
It's like, oh, if I want.
Yeah. I mean, I one time dated a guy in my adult life who said, I'm never going to be your date for a wedding. I hate weddings.
Ew.
I'm never going to go to a wedding with you. And at the time, I was like,
to say that?
Yeah. At the time, I was like, well, it's good to know where we stand. What a relief. Right. And then I was telling a friend about it and she was like, that's kind of bullshit. Like,
yeah,
you couldn't say like, if you want to be with me every now and then, you're going to have to be my date to a wedding. That's also, like a thing that happens to people when they're couples,
And why do people not like going to weddings? It's so fun.
It's great.
It's so fun. There's like nice food. There's
swag.
Music.
And you can judge everybody's outfits. You can go to a wedding real cynically and still have fun. You know what I mean? Like you can be an asshole at a wedding and still have a great time. Yeah. So I was like, why don't you just come with me and be an asshole and we'll have fun. And
also like to me, really, if I'm with someone, it's fun because you're there. It's fun because we're going together. It's not, I don't like when it's like, hey, you want to go out somewhere? And it's like, well, where? It's like, is that really that important? I get that it's important that I tell you and you know how to dress or how to, like where you're going. But are you deciding depending on where we're going? Or can we just like, obviously it's going to be fun.
Right.
Remember you like
we're going to go do stuff. Right. That's modern. Right. Exactly.
And I also think like one of the things that I can tell my relationship is dying is when like we were going to things and then now the answer to, hey, you want to go with me to this is, I guess if I have to. I'm like, ew. I'm not.
No.
Am I a mother?
I know. Ugh. But also if my partner asks me to do something that I truly don't want to do that is not important to him, I can just say no. Also, I can do boundaries and be like, that doesn't sound fun for me. It sounds like that would be a lot more fun for you. Go have a good time. I would probably not enhance your fun. And then he's bummed because I'm not going. But at least I know that he's going to have a better time if I'm not there, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And it's also important
when the stakes are low, not when it's like, family dinner or like family Christmas or something, but like,
right. Do you really want me to go to certain things not with you? Like, aren't we living our life together?
Yeah, we don't have to do every fucking thing together. It's okay.
Yeah, like have friends, but I'm going to the wedding with you. Yeah. So are we on days before?
I looked up what a Versateller was, by the way, just really quickly, because when Rory's buying tickets from Paris and Paris doesn't have change and she's all snotty, and she's like, I'll get it from you later. And she goes, I'm not a Versateller, or what do I look like? So I Googled it. A Versateller is a kind of ATM. was the first hit. And the second hit was a Gilmore Girls fan page. So I think this show invented that term.
Holy wow.
Or that Google knows what I'm doing and is, I don't know. But second
Either
hit,
way.
Gilmore Girls reference.
Well, if we're talking about buying the tickets to the dance, Tristan teasing Paris. So he's like, oh, are you free to go to the dance? Then pauses, sees her little heart pitter patter and says, nah, you wouldn't be free this close to the dance. He's such a jerk.
Yeah.
Like, he knows what he's doing. And I think it's so rude. Then he goes and picks on Rory. Fake asks her to the dance, although I know he's really asking her.
Right.
I love her line. She says, you have to be stupid given our history.
Yes.
And then she gets to Paris to buy the ticket and Paris calls Rory an idiot, like you can go with somebody better. Did you not hear that whole conversation? He was mean to me the whole time.
Yeah.
He was making fun of me.
Why does Paris think that Rory would like Tristan just because she likes Tristan? She assumes that like everybody likes Tristan?
No, she's just so angry that Rory gets the opportunity to even respond to Tristan's request. Like, she gets the opportunity to be asked out by Tristan, and she's been at this school and she's just invisible to this guy that she thinks would make a good couple with her. And here's this girl taking this away from her. So it's like, why don't you want this guy? He's such a catch.
Right.
Which this
I also don't see the Tristan catch. Maybe I don't know. Maybe because we're only comparing him to Dean. If there are two kinds of boys in the world, you want a Dean or you want a Tristan.
No, but let's face it. That's what charisma was called. Don't forget that we were told when they pull your hair, it's because they like you. So he's pulling her hair. He's pulling on her ponytail.
Yeah,
and we were taught that that's, they don't know how to say that they like you, so they get to be a jerk. Like, right. Okay.
And that's cute if you like them back. But you still have to move on from that eventually.
Not to that degree. It's not cute.
I know. No. I know. I'm saying like Tristan's a psycho.
He's such a jerk.
It's not cute. It's not like teasing someone because you like them. This is like abusive, like
right.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to point this out, but Carrie, remember when you thought Paris was thawing? Ooh.
I thought Paris was thawing.
Oh,
Oh, she is not. Yes. No, we're back to the old ways.
She has little icicles.
I still think they'll be friends one day.
That's your prediction. But before they bought the ticket, cut back to the house when Sookie came in. And
is that before? Whoops. Oh, yeah. Sookie comes in with tacos and a bag of drugs.
Not just regular drug, opioids.
Yeah. Hardcore prescription drugs in pill bottles.
Like
amazing.
$25 a pill on the streets kind of drugs.
So what I thought was going to happen was Sookie walks in with a bag of tacos while Rory is changing. And in my head, and what I predicted was going to happen did not happen, which was there's going to be a taco on the dress. Someone is going to ruin that dress.
You know what I thought? Because I was obviously watching it with you and you were like, no tacos. And I thought you were saying, oh my God, I thought you were like, don't eat that kind of food before you go out in a pretty dress because you'll be farting all night.
No, farting all night is fantastic. That's, you just lose inches. It's great.
I was wondering why you were so upset. I'm like,
no,
it'll be
she
fine.
Walks in with Sookie walks in with a bag of food. I'm like, that food is going on that dress. Like I thought it was like sloppy burrito is going to end up on the goddamn dress.
You're right. I didn't,
but it didn't happen. Holy shit! I can't write television apparently. There's an Ann Taylor dig because the mom then comes over. Emily comes in.
Well, before that, mom's on the phone saying, like, very upset that Lorelai made Rory's dress, and she goes, "You're not using the curtains, are you?"
Which is a reference to Gone with the Wind.
Oh, I didn't know
Scarlett
that.
O'Hara famously made a dress out of the curtains because she didn't have any money to buy fabric.
Why is that not seen as talented and amazing instead of like?
I think because in the Civil War times, everyone could make a dress.
Oh yes,
out of anything, right? You're like,
my mom
I
was
have
a
this
seamstress.
these feathers. I'll just make a dress.
You're
so like
right.
Scarlett
Yeah.
O'Hara makes a dress out of the curtains to look like a fancy lady because she can't afford to buy a dress or to have one made.
It's still amazing.
I know.
And you know what? As much as Emily Gilmore is so snotty, she was guilt tripping to get that invite into the house to watch Rory walk out in whatever dress that Lorelai, made or didn't make for her. And she got the invite. So we'll get to that.
And
you could behave.
The dress is gorgeous.
It is. And it fits her so nice.
It fits her so nice. It's not perfect. Like there's a little crinkling on but I think they made it very slightly imperfect to show that it was handmade. And it's perfect. It fits her so pretty.
It is simple enough to believe that Lorelai just zhuzhed it up.
Right.
Which is the word of the day, zhuzhed.
Zhuzh.
It is, and it's simple. It's not, it doesn't look like Little House on the Prairie, prudy.
Yeah, it's not over adorned. It's not overdone.
Yeah.
But there is some tulle. There's plenty of tulle in there. Got to put some tulle. I didn't like that Lorelai says to her mom, like, you're excited like there's a sale at Ann Taylor. Because Ann Taylor is great.
Okay, white woman.
When you're an old white woman, when you're an old white lady, you love Ann Taylor.
Nothing fits on me in Ann Taylor.
I know.
My butt's too big. My hips are too wide.
But I liked it for like office clothes. Back when I had an office job, I could get like office clothes at Ann Taylor.
I tried, and I'm like,
it's not like hot. It looks like Emily, Emily Gilmore,
which is very fitting.
Which is very funny.
Loved me in that.
Okay, then we get to was that?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we're getting to the night of the event, the night of the Rory dance.
The night of the Rory dance. So two things are happening simultaneously: the A plot and the B plot. The A plot is at the dance, and the B plot is back at home.
And they start together back at home.
Yes.
Because the mom comes in, Grandma Emily comes in, Sookie's there. And Sookie is so sweet, but she's so goofy, spraying herself in the eye. They make her so goofy. But in this episode, we find out why. She's on a ton of drugs.
Yeah, she's totally cracked out. And like Sookie drove off the road in a second. We never hear from her again this episode. She's probably dead in a ditch.
But yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. She walks home. But like, yeah, she stumbles into the woods and we never hear from her again. That's my prediction on Sookie this episode.
And Emily,
she's on a ton of drugs. She sprays herself in the eye and then leaves. She's just the comic relief of like the slapsticky like moron.
And normally I'm not into slapstick. I do think Sookie is my favorite slapstick person of all time.
Yeah, she does it well. But it's still like, what are you doing?
She had to play so dumb in every scene.
I know.
But good on you. Good on you.
I know.
You did it so
well. But she's
well.
cheerful. Like she's always cheerful. Except the time with the risotto. I don't know.
You and the risotto.
It was so weird. Why?
Next time we get together, we are having risotto.
We're definitely having risotto.
Yes.
Okay. So then I wanted to go to the dance immediately. I was annoyed that we stayed in the house when Rory and Dean leave. We're stuck in the house with Lorelai and her mom is like, I can't leave you in a state like this. What? Leave.
Well, yes, but I think to me, it's such a big part of it because Lorelai's mom has never been like warm to her. She,
she's not very maternal.
Yeah. Well, she's maternal in her own uppity way, right? So she probably had a nanny or nannies.
Right.
They have a cook, they have maids. So for her to be like, now that you're in pain, I'm going to switch over and you have to see me as this warm, endearing person. Meanwhile, she already, shot her a couple of yucky words. And she even said like, oh, good. I'm glad you bought Rory the dress instead of making it, which is a backhanded compliment that she doesn't even know about.
Right.
And she's just mean. And it's like, no, I'll take care of you. What are you talking about? And it's like, am I, this gaslighting, this weird version of like, mommy gaslighting is so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I thought it was an important beeline. Are we calling it a beeline?
We're calling it a B plot. A beeline? We're making a beeline for the B plot. Yeah, it's I thought it was important. I felt that anxiety of Lorelai not being able to get her to leave.
Yes.
Because you just want peace.
Yes.
And like you have a way to take care of yourself. You clearly have developed a way to take care of yourself. And if you don't have a great relationship with your mom and you don't have this maternal please take care of me feeling, it's awful.
Because then you're just to take care of someone else since you were 16.
Yeah.
So you have that's why I think Sookie is such an important character. She brought her the tacos, she brought her the pill that she's going to take, and she brought her peace. And she did what another human can do when you're in pain. It's not like, anyone's a doctor here. So she's, like you said, she already took care of herself. Lorelai has it because she's had to have it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's fine. Yeah. And like, I've had situations in my adult life where it is nice to be taken care of, but also I could have managed on my own if I didn't have that. You know what I mean? But it's still, both ways are nice when you want to be taken care of. If you are like, get out of my face, I'm fine on my own. What an annoyance that would be to have someone not respect that.
But see, my mom's mom passed away, like when she was young, and she was in the hospital for her entire high school. And then she passed away shortly after she got married, which she got married when she was 18. So she always kind of, when she comes over and annoys me, or when we meet and she's like all up in my ass, she's like, well, I didn't have a mom. So she's trying to do all of these things that she would have wanted her mom to be around for. And I'm like, well, this isn't how you would feel about that. Right. But you don't know. And I have nothing to say about your dead mother.
Right.
So, okay. I love you very much. Okay. So we go back and forth, mom and Lorelai. So
eventually we get to the dance. Do you want to go back and forth, or do you want to stay in one location?
Well, I want to stay in one location, but before we leave to the dance, Dean honks, which is uncomfortable.
Oh, my God. The Dean honking scene. Jeez Louise. Yes. I wanted to crawl out of my skin. We'll say skin.
I agree. Don't honk at people to come out. It's disgusting to the neighbors. We didn't have phones back then, so it's not like you can call. It's disgusting to the neighbors. It doesn't feel right as a warm date, as an inviting thing. The courtship isn't there, all of that. That being said, if they had an agreement, he's now honking, feeling like an idiot, doing exactly what he was told.
Yeah, he thinks she's standing him up.
Right.
Because he's just honking, and he's like, where is she? We had this agreement.
Right. And Grandma, out of nowhere, is making rules for not her house.
Yes, not her house, not her kid.
Not her kid. Even she's to the point where they're leaving, and she goes, be home by 11. Who are you?
Who are you? And then Lorelai goes, 12 is fine, which is cute. But also, they had already talked about that.
Right.
When Dean finally does come to the door, Emily sizes him up really quick, which is her character, right? That she's very judgy. And he doesn't say like, nice to meet you, Mrs. Gilmore. Like he's not, we had seen Dean kind of be more like, hey, like gonna schmooze the adults. We'd seen him be charming.
He's still a kid. He's always been a kid. But in Emily's world, even at that age, she knew better because there's coming out parties, there's etiquette lessons and stuff. The etiquette is, oh, it's really nice to meet you. Come inside, and you wait to be dismissed. So she snubbed her nose because she already knew by how he said hello, like she's just his mechanic as far as she's concerned. So because Dean just like, hey, how are you? Regular hello. She already sized him up. Oh, he's not who we are.
Right. He's not good enough. Right.
Yeah, he's probably picking up with his tractor,
So I had a friend in high school whose dad insisted that a date pick her up at her front door. And
I don't see how that's bad.
It's not bad, but she lived in an apartment building with like an elevator, and like, so you buzz. So what normally would happen was you'd buzz from downstairs and then she would come down, which is what I do because I don't want to make people walk up the stairs. So like, he buzzes from downstairs and she's like, can you come up? My dad wants to meet you. And he's like, okay. And then they have to wait there for him to get in the elevator and come. It's just like logistically such a waste of time.
Come on. No, it's not a waste of time because when I was a kid, I was like, please don't ask for that because it's so embarrassing and so uncomfortable. And I didn't know how to react around adults. However, if you're a parent and I think it helps to know who your kid is hanging out with. You can't say hello.
Of course. You can't stop in and say, right.
Like the fact that you'd be scared to say hi to me to that degree.
I will say it gives you a conversation place to start off because you're already like awkward. Say it's a first date and you're like, my mom really needs you to say hi at the door. And you're like, and then you get to size up if your date responds to it. If your date is like, fuck your mom, then you know that about him. And if he's like, absolutely, no problem, then you know that about him. And then as you're walking to the car, you can be like, sorry, my mom's really weird. And then he can say, no, if I was your mom, I'd be concerned about your safety as well. Or, yeah, your mom is a freak, you know? Yeah. And then I think it's
problem was that
it's a good litmus test.
My problem was either way, I'd be going out with that guy because I was like embarrassed by that, which that's really unfortunate because you end up going with the wrong guy.
Right.
You know, because you go with the guy who's like, yeah, what the hell? And I'm like, I know they're old school. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm the freak now. Please don't think of me as outside of like this normal American culture, you know, but that is normal American culture.
Right.
Go say hi. Ugh.
Right. But I mean,
I'm older now.
I don't date guys who wouldn't charm my mother. Do you know what I mean?
That's the right thing.
Right. So like if someone was like, I'm not saying hi to your mom, I'd be like, you know what? You don't have like the minimum social graces necessary to like exist.
You just told on yourself.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
like I like my mom. So like I would want you to meet her anyway, eventually, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And like she's a good judge of character too. And she's not gonna dislike you if I like you. So like
and I'd meet anybody's mom. That's your
mom. You met
mom.
my mom.
Oh yeah. I was like, I get to meet mom. Yeah, it's like an honor. Come on.
You asked her to adopt you immediately, which was so funny. It was so great. That paperwork is coming through, by the way.
Thank you.
We'll get that to you.
Yes. In a timely manner. Yes.
All right. So then still at the house, Emily starts looking for the Baccarat crystal candlesticks.
Now, I didn't know what Baccarat was.
Okay. It is a brand of fancy thing.
Well, now I know because I've watched enough shows or movies where somebody brings up Baccarat. So I'm like, oh, the fancy person brings up Baccarat.
Yeah. So can I show you my Baccarat paperweight?
Stop yourself. What? Oh, it's pretty.
Isn't this pretty?
It is pretty.
So
How
this
much is that?
What's that?
How much is that?
It's antique. I mean, I would have to look it up. It says my mom's this was my mom's, of course. And this is her birth sign.
Did you put a Post-it on it?
I did not.
You already have it. It's your mom's.
It's my mom's. So she was gonna sell it, and I was like, don't sell it, because I grew up looking at this. This was on her desk, and like I loved it. So and I wanted a frickin' piece of Baccarat. What? You know, it's fancy. But I looked up how much the crystal candlesticks would cost, and right now they're between $700 and $800.
No, you can't say that.
Yeah, crystal candlesticks, the classic ones.
2 candlesticks, not 100.
2 candlesticks.
2 of them.
2 of them.
And like, she changed the Baccarat candlesticks to monkey holding lamp.
Right.
No.
And about gift exchange. I think it's okay to exchange a gift.
Emily Post.
I think it's okay to exchange a gift to something that would be better suited for your style. I don't think that's bad, but I think that monkey lamp was hideous.
There's no way
that monkey lamp was $800.
That's what I'm saying. That looks like a garage sale, cute item that you think is funny. Good for you. Hey, you're quirky. You live in a quirky house, I guess. Like, I think our house is very warm and that's not even standing out. So it's fine. But no, now that I know how much that costs, I hope you got that and paid your mortgage. Like,
right.
What?
Exactly. I'm like, and I've exchanged, something. It was a corporate gift. So that's different. It wasn't a personalized gift, but it was from Tiffany's. And
expensive for no reason, but okay.
Expensive for no reason. And I went back to Tiffany's and exchanged it for something I would rather have. I wanted earrings. They gave me a necklace,
Okay,
and I
so
thought,
if I gave you that gift and you exchanged it for anything, Tiffany or otherwise, I would love that because now you have what you wanted. All I wanted to do was give you something. So
right.
I actually gave you a task, which is uncomfortable,
Right.
but hey.
I mean, one time my brother gave me a really, really nice pair of boots, but they weren't for me. And he gave me the gift receipt. And I went back to DSW and swapped them out for boots I really loved. And then
Perfect.
I wore them and I told my brother, you bought me these boots. And
That's
I love them.
That's
Thank
really
you
cool.
for these boots. Like you gave me a gift card in the shape of boots. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. My brothers and I sort of made a pact that we don't give on the actual birthday. And I don't do that with my partner either. It's not like a material gift exchange. It's more like make me dinner, a massage, because I don't want to have the pressure of Christmas, birthday. That's when I need to get you the right gift. But I will give you a gift when I see something that's for you, when I encounter something that I know you would like. It's not that I don't want to spend the money. It's that I don't want to give a gift on these holidays.
You want me to massage you on your birthday. Got it. Writing it down. Massage.
Thank you for understanding.
I'm like,
we're Gilmore Friends now.
Oh, yeah. Totally massaging. So then can we get to the dance yet?
Yes.
Yay. So we're at the dance and it's totally awkward and they're standing around like awkward, stinky teenagers. And of course, the two mean girls who don't have a personality yet come up and they're like,
Louise and Madeline.
And they come up and they're like, how tall are you? And he's like, I don't know.
Wait, but when I forget which one's which, but I think it's Louise, whatever, Lou, who's asking Dean how tall he is. And she's asking him because she's flirting with him because she thinks she's better than Rory.
Yes.
Yuck. Okay. How good was Dean's response?
Yeah.
How perfect.
Yeah. And he like got behind Rory and put his arms around her waist. That was hot.
That
oh my God.
I was
so
like,
hot.
What?
If you had been Rory, would you not have like melted into a puddle on the floor? I would have just died.
That was
and like
swoon moment.
And she plays it so cool, which is very cool. And she doesn't giggle or act like a weirdo. She's like, thanks. And like, have you ever had a guy defend you like that to somebody? That it's happened to me a handful of times in my entire life where the guy just says something so perfect in the right moment at the right time to like repel someone who's not being nice to me. And it is the best feeling in the world.
I don't remember, but I know my current partner has that air. So maybe I won't be able to like tell you exactly what, but I can rely on him being on my side when stupid shit happens.
Yep.
And like, that's all that is. So I can rely on him not falling for the stupid, like, now you're flirting back just because like you don't want to seem uncomfortable. I can rely on him being the adult that we are.
Yes.
So that's really nice.
And like, I think having a partner who knows that you can like take care of yourself is important too. Because if you have a partner doing that all the time, it's infantilizing, it's lame. But like a partner who's like, I know you can take care of yourself, but if you ever want me to kill someone for you, now maybe that's too far. But like having a guy defend you when you at the right moment, at the exact right moment feels amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. And having the feeling of, I know that like he'll choose which one, because that drives me crazy also. Like you said, knowing that I can take care of myself.
Oh yeah.
And not making me feel like you're going to get into a fight over everything that you think somebody.
Exactly. You're not looking to pick a fight, but like
that's icky.
But having someone know that like this doesn't feel good for you, you know?
Yeah. And not feeding into into our relationship.
Yeah.
And as I believe it's Louise that was hitting, I get it's just the two mean girls.
They don't matter yet. Their names are not clear
Yeah, but I've
yet.
watched the show over and over again, and I'm currently forgetting
because they're always together. So how could you possibly tell them apart? Yeah.
But the Bangs one, Madeline, I think the Bangs one, she's super sweet.
Yeah.
She had nothing mean to say, and she was like, "Your dress looks really nice," and she can totally go with the other two where, no, this is the girl we pick on. This is the one. And she just came out with, that's a really nice dress.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. And then did some weird talking about her mom making soup. Oh, because she's like, your mom made it for you? My mom doesn't make anything. She makes soup. She goes off. She's weird. She's clearly on drugs. She's like a Sookie. She's like a baby Sookie.
She's
it's adorable.
Like the quirky little, I cut my bangs too short, which normally is like the darker character, but she's the bubblier character.
Right.
So I appreciate that.
Right.
Yeah.
I liked all of their dresses. They were so 90s to me. And like a lot of them had like the 90s choker and like, oh, it was just so great.
Chokers. Yay.
Chokers. And then Paris outs herself.
So Jacob hits on Rory.
Jacob hits on Rory.
Yes. And Rory's like, aren't you here with Paris? She finds out it's a cousin. And we know that Rory's a nice enough person to not allow that. She has the smirk of like, oh, finally.
That is so great to know.
One.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
But also Rory doesn't have friends at this school yet. Who is she going to tell?
Right. But that's what Paris would do. It doesn't matter if they're friends or not. She's telling everyone.
Right. Because you want the social capital. I guess that's true. Like that could make you friends if you have some really juicy gossip on someone. But that's not how Rory operates.
But she doesn't know that.
But Rory gets the self-satisfaction of knowing that like, haha, you came with your cousin. You're a loser. Paris. Yeah. Then Jacob goes back to Paris and says, I just told Rory I'm your cousin. Like he's a moron too. Why? And then Paris flips out and it is so awkward.
I actually felt bad for Paris, even though she constantly makes her bed. Constantly.
Yes.
You put yourself into this. You are taking a new girl who you haven't even established as a jerk, and you're just jerk all over her.
Yeah.
Oh, that didn't come out right, me.
No, she's jerking on her.
Delete
it's totally
that.
true. Don't delete that. That stays in, you perv. You want to jerk off Paris. But yeah, no. Paris is like on crack and can't stop talking. And she's like, who did you tell? And then she starts talking louder and louder. And I read it the way the audience, reads it. And then eventually in the room, people look up and they're like, what? How dare you tell anyone that I'm such a loser? I can't. Obviously, she's been thinking that. Did you have to go to a dance with a boy?
Yeah, you did.
Because the two girls didn't seem to be with boys.
You might not know this, but they're always with boys. They have no problem getting dates. But I do believe, like, at that time, if you didn't have a date, and if that date wasn't heterosexual, no matter how obviously not hetero you were the outcast.
You couldn't go. So that's why Tristan goes with. And did we know Tristan's date?
No.
Random girl A.
Random girl A.
And she's like, "Do you want to dance? No. Do you want to eat? No. Do you want to go make out?" And he's like, "All right."
Yeah, because he's a jerk.
It's so teenage.
It is, and that poor girl. I always feel bad for the one who's with that guy, including when it's me.
Yeah, the do you want to go somewhere and make out?
Just the person who's obviously disrespecting you, and you feel like, hey, at least you got A, B, or C, whatever you're telling yourself. And it's just,
yeah,
it's a sad line that rings true.
One of the most painful memories of my entire life ever was one time I asked a boy.
Asking the supermarket guy to go to prom with you?
No,
Can you
no,
beat that?
Nothing's more painful than that. That's you win that. But one time, I had made out with a guy once. And then we hung out on a separate occasion after the time we had already made out. And we were alone together again. And I said, do you want to make out? And he said, nah.
Oh.
I still want to die.
Oh,
Carrie. I still want to die remembering that.
Let's go to the dance together. That's just, oh.
That haunts me.
Because you also, when we were younger, I think, in hetero relationships, a female would assume like the guy always wants to make out, whether they like you or not. That's why I didn't want to ever be the first one.
Yeah.
Because you can't tell if they like you because they'll just make out.
They're just made out. And like, I didn't think he liked me, but making out is great as previously mentioned. And so I thought he was on the same page with like, we had this like really like, I don't know, intense makeout session the last time we hung out. We're back in the same sort of setting, just you and me.
Oh.
We doing this?
I hug you through the screen. That's bad.
I still want to die.
I feel you. Is
that up there with asking the supermarket guy?
It is. It took me a really long time to even share that information, like out loud.
I don't think I've ever told this story. This is the most painful story. And now we can wrap the podcast. I mean, the whole podcast, not just this episode. That's it. We're done. We're done here.
Oh my God.
It's the worst.
I'm so sorry. Okay.
That's okay.
So
then we finally get to a scene where Rory and Dean are alone. Oh, wait, sorry. Before we get there, my bad. There's like a weird fight.
I love this fight.
We got to talk about this fight.
I love this fight. So Tristan comes up to Dean.
Yes.
As soon as Dean was alone, and he's just being his jerky self. And I love, although it's corny, I love the Tristan line. Because as we all know, that puts you to sleep. And that's who you are, Tristan. Look at me, just getting all up in the high school boys.
It's so great.
Yeah, I love
Drip
it.
Stan. Drip lame. Trista lame. He's like,
dummy dad.
Right.
Stupid.
All right, Dean lean. You know, it's pretty bad, but
of course he goes with the horse and buggy because Tristan, I was about to call him Tristan, is a trust fund kid, you know, as a lot of the kids in the school are.
Yeah.
So he makes fun of like, you know, money situations. But I love this line, another line from Dean. You don't want to fight me because I'll kill you, idiot. Again, the confidence.
You don't want to fight me because I'll kill you, idiot.
You don't want none of this, little boy. They're the same age.
I was like, well, I know. These are 16-year-olds. Oh, my God.
Respect.
I know.
Oh, my God. Again, if you were Rory, would you not be like, that's my man.
That's my man. But Rory doesn't see that part, right?
She comes in the middle of it where she is seeing that they're fighting.
So I was watching because I knew one of them was going to touch the other one. Technically, Dean pushes Tristan first. Did you clock that?
I didn't.
He does shove him first. So like on Judge Judy, that would be you started it. And
I agree with you. But part of me wants to defend it because I have a feeling that he was still provoking with his physicality.
Yes.
So, but yes, if you want to win in court, you do not throw the first punch.
You do not throw the first cunt. First cunt.
Yeah. Oh!
All right, edit that out. That's coming out.
Nope.
You don't throw the first punch. Either of those things.
Jerking and cunting. Here we go.
You don't throw the first punch. And then he doesn't take a swing directly after the first shove. You know, like
neither one of them is swinging.
Regains himself. It's a shovey yelly fight.
Because I think Dean is right. Tristan doesn't want any of this. Tristan's not fighting.
No,
you know, and
Tristan is not ready to fight. And he's like, come outside right now. I'm like, you don't want him to go outside.
Tristan gets manicures. Get out of here.
Yeah. What's wrong with boys getting manicures?
Nothing, but that's not a person who punches first.
Oh. Well,
you know,
I'll have to ask my manicure getting friend.
Yeah, please do report back. I could be wrong.
So
maybe I'm back in 2000 in my head and just being wrong.
So Dean handles the quote unquote fight really well. I love that no adult pulls him aside and is like, "Who the hell are you? Like, I've never seen you before." And do you
Where's
go
headmaster?
Right. Like, where's Max? Max, the teacher. Is he there being like, who the hell is this guy? Like no adult in the room is like, who could we break up the children fighting? Doesn't matter. They peace out. And they've gotten coffee again. Children on this show love to drink coffee at 10 p.m.
I thought it was so sweet, but it's so funny. Hey, we can go somewhere like get coffee. In my whole teenage life, no one has asked me, and I have never asked anyone to go get coffee.
Wow.
I loved coffee shops. I loved them, but I didn't drink coffee. I just like the vibe of them.
Yes.
Like, and this is before Friends, but like notice Friends, you sit on the couch. There's like a coffee situation. I like the smell of coffee, but I didn't like having coffee. But yeah, it's funny when a little kid is like, want to get coffee.
Want to go get some coffee because it's 10 p.m. and like that we can't drink yet. So they get coffee, and as they're walking, and this was, I did not like Dean's response to.
Okay, I saw your face. I heard your response, but let's take it back. So this is the conversation that Rory and Dean are having. Rory said, "Oh, it feels weird to have my boyfriend defend my honor," and Dean says, "Oh, I'm your boyfriend." And then she starts babbling. Oh no, like you're far from my boyfriend. That's not what I think of you like at all. This is what she's saying. That's why when she goes, "Are you my boyfriend?" He goes, "If you want," because it sounds like you don't. You constantly are showing me that you want me to back off. Remember when he was like first asking her out? He's like, "Look, I get that you're not into it. Just forget it." And she's like, "I am," and then runs away.
Right.
So that's what, like, as much confidence as he has at this point, he's like, "Well, I guess because you're saying you don't want to be, and that's not how you think about me, but now you're saying,
yeah,
are
but
you?"
Mr. Confidence would have been, she was like, "Are you my boyfriend?" And his response is, I wrote it down, "I am if you want me to be."
Yes, but that is a confident response. And I'll tell you why, because I saw your face. I heard you growl, because at that point, he is assessing the truth. He is assessing what he's really listening. She's actually saying, "Oh no, I don't remember the exact line, but I don't even think about you as a boyfriend type, like far from it." How could you not be confused? And you're trying to be a gentleman about it. So he's going back to going like, "Hey, if you want," because it sounds like you don't, I think.
Right. Okay.
These are the fights that we're going to have, Carrie.
I thought like if he was, you be Rory, I'll be Dean. You ask me, "Are you my boyfriend?"
Dean, are you my boyfriend?
And then I take your face and I kiss you.
Okay.
And I go, "I'm your boyfriend."
Oh, you win this fight, Carrie.
How much better would that be?
Yes.
Did you just not melt when I did that to you?
Yes. Okay.
I mean,
yes.
I've had the "Are you my boyfriend" conversation in my lifetime, and on both sides, where I'm like skittish and weird and like just a freak. And I'm like, "I guess you could be my boyfriend or whatever. It doesn't entail like, you don't have to do anything, but like, what, like, can I introduce you as my boyfriend? Or like, are you dating anyone else? Or are we like exclusive?" And like, it's always stupid. And the guy is always like, "Yeah, it's fine."
Yeah. But you were right. So, yes. You win the romance award on this episode.
Thank you. I'm a more romantic Dean.
I know. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a really good romantic 16-year-old boy with confidence, with bubbling up confidence. So that's what I wanted him to say.
Fair enough.
But he gave a more teenage answer, which was, "I guess."
I see the light. I see where I had my thought process, but I see the light in yours.
Okay, good.
So yeah,
I'm glad you see the light in my eyes. And then,
well, you held my face.
I held your face. Yes. I kissed you gently, and I was like, "I'm your boyfriend now." And you were like, "Oh, Carrie, I mean, Dean." Then they walk by Miss Patty's studio. And Miss Patty's studio, as we know, is a euphemism for sex.
Wow, Carrie.
Yep.
Wow.
I'm calling it now.
Wow.
And they go, "Let's go in there and have sex."
Wow, Carrie.
That is what they said to each other.
See, I never heard
this was on the
ever.
WB. This was on network television, so they can't say that. So what they have to say is, "Miss Patty's is open," wink. And then they're like, "Let's go inside Miss Patty's," wink.
And read to each other. And double wink, and I'm not a good winker.
And read to each other and fall asleep on an enormous beanbag.
Yep. We went from lava lamps to beanbags. What are we doing?
It's a sex palace, I'm telling you. So we
cut there. Because now we got to circle back to Mom and Lorelai, right?
Yes.
Yes, because Rory brings a book. They read to each other. It's all very, very romantic. I could see where it would lead to sex awfully fast. But yes, they're teenagers. This is a thing. Cut to Mom and Lorelai, which we've been cutting to back and forth. The banana on toast. So
Yes.
we'll just leave that there for a little bit. She doesn't want that. Lorelai wants the burrito in the fridge that Sookie left for her because that is who she is. Now, Mom, being the person, Emily wants to help Lorelai, and she's like, "I'll get it for you. I'll be the mom taking care of you." And she's like, "Ugh, just give it to me cold." But
yeah, suddenly Emily knows how to use an oven. By the way,
that is a good point. That is a good point. Yes.
Where's her staff? How does she know how to use an oven?
I agree with you there. But she got deflated because Lorelai doesn't want her help. And Lorelai does her the favor of saying, warm would be better. So good thing my mommy's here.
Right.
You know, so
Yeah.
there's something very, this episode gets me every time. So
yeah.
Emily is trying to help. Lorelai is trying to let her help, but Emily snipes at her without even her noticing. But she's trying, and they're both trying. And then they're watching a movie.
Yes.
You sound like Barbara Stanwyck, I think is the name. I had to look her up. And she said, Emily goes, "Oh, I love her voice. It's very deep." And I'm like, "You hear yours, right?" And then Lorelai goes, "Your voice is that." And now they're being endearing to each other. They're warming up. And then Lorelai feels safe enough to tell Emily that she made the dress. And oh my God, my heart melts.
I know.
Because Emily Gilmore.
She says, what was the word she used? You did wonderful.
You did a lovely job.
You did a lovely job with Rory and the dress.
And with Rory and the dress.
Yeah.
I believe that might be the first compliment that her mother gave her. Never mind the dress. That might be the first compliment on something that she actually did. But I don't think she ever told her that she was a good mom. And how could you not start tearing up?
It was all the feels. It was definitely all the feels. And it was because their guards were down for 5 minutes because they weren't trying so hard.
Well, they weren't bringing up the past enough.
Right. They're just watching a movie. No, they're watching a movie.
Yeah.
They've got a third element in the room. They're not butting heads. They're doing a third thing.
Right.
So you can be like, check out that funny shoe, where you don't sit down and be like, let us talk about our relationship right now. You just need to just get out of your head for a second and
that's a good point, that there's like a third element there. And
talk about a movie that you like, and then you can relate to that movie. If you can't relate to each other, you relate to the actress. And then
which is why, by the way, December 25th in the United States of America is one of the highest movie-going times because people are with their family and they need to face forward for a while without talking. Because too much is brought up.
Yep.
Let's just watch a movie. Let's make it as rated G or PG as possible so grandma can come, so mom doesn't feel whatever, so dad isn't blah, blah, blah. Let's just have a neutral show and let's watch a Christmas movie. And that's what they're there for, so that we stop fighting for 5 minutes or 2 hours. We stuff our face with popcorn. Yippity doo. So here it is. It's thought out. Thank you. It's the zhuzh and yippity doo. Love it.
Yippity doo. Write that down. Yeah.
So it's thought out. The room is thought out, even to the point where Lorelai takes the pill, finally falls asleep. Emily does the thing that, like you said while we were watching, happens in shows and movies all the time. The cover goes on.
Yep. Puts the blanket on the sleeping person on the couch. It happens in every show.
And I look forward to this line every time because it gets me every time. Lorelai, half asleep, goes, "Thank you, mommy." Not thanks, mom. Thank you, mommy.
Yeah,
mommy.
She's high. She's high AF. So she's like, "Thank you, mommy." I know, it is really sweet because she mommed her. She got her wish. Like, she was able to mom her because it was something so simple as putting the blanket on, but also, it was nice.
Yeah, not digging at her for a little while, for just a little while, for enough time. Oh, and admitting that the banana bread,
was
banana
not good.
bread.
Yeah.
That was all
because you don't know how to
thawing.
cook because your staff isn't there. Also, okay, so you put the blanket on Lorelai. Then I thought Emily was going to go home.
Yes.
Go home.
Right.
Leave this house.
I think she wanted to be there when the kid comes home.
Okay, great. Okay, got it. So Emily sits there in a chair, in a full upright chair.
Right.
and like reads a magazine. Meanwhile, they fall asleep on a giant beanbag.
So this is where the two lines converge.
This is where we come back together. Yes.
Which, my heart is beating every time. Do you ever watch a show or a movie and you know exactly what's going to happen, but part of you is secretly hoping it doesn't happen? Like somehow, don't go out there, don't say
do
the
it,
thing.
don't do it. Yeah, you get really invested.
Yeah.
You're like, don't do it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I can't believe that after Lorelai got the call from Miss Patty that Rory was okay, Emily still left, knowing that Rory was going to be home in 5 minutes.
Well, she got kicked out.
Yeah, but she got kicked out the night before too and didn't leave.
What do you mean? No, that she was politely asked or politely declined or politely like she thought, oh no worries, I'm okay. This Lorelai said, get out of my house.
Right.
That's different.
I guess so.
That's
different. So. But now she's listening. Now she's like, okay.
Well, we're no longer polite anymore.
I mean, I guess, and I also feel like Emily would have seen Rory come home.
Because she hid, remember? She was
that's right. That's right. Duh. Okay, yeah. So Rory comes in, hears her mom defending her and hides.
Yes.
Emily
which I
leaves.
thought was right because I think it would just amplify things. Like she's on her way out. You don't need to see her.
Yeah,
just
and
leave.
you knew that like your presence was not going to make it better in this exact second. Very smart. Rory has the emotional intelligence off the charts.
Yes. And also Lorelai defending Rory for being out too late and messing up and Emily digging at Lorelai.
Oh yeah.
For like just rehashing, she's going to be messed up just like you're messed up.
She's going to get pregnant just like you got pregnant.
She's going to have a terrible life just like you have a terrible life.
Yeah.
And I love Lorelai's line, look around, this is a life.
Right.
It has some color, but it's like so rude that Lorelai can't even like joke it away anymore. You're offending her daughter and her. So get out of my house at this point.
You can't come into my house and say that kind of thing. It's true.
Yes.
I mean, she's right. And
it's
I'm glad
true,
Lorelai found her backbone to like say like you can't talk to me that way.
Yes, but then
and you can't talk about my kid that way.
Yes. I get to have a feeling about this.
Right. Then it switches. It's so interesting because like Emily's like, you're a bad mother and your daughter's all fucked up. And she leaves. And then Lorelai's yelling at Rory.
Yeah.
In the same way. And she's like, how dare, and Rory's getting defensive because she already feels guilty for like not coming home.
And she's already apologetic, and she just heard that her mom knows her. Yes, that's exactly what happened. I fell asleep. I did not sleep with my boyfriend. I messed up. She apologized. She says it. And then Lorelai switches it on her. She goes, you're going on the pill, which I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. She jumped to that real quick. And like neither of them get time to calm down for a second because this is so heated right now, but I loved watching Lorelai switch from defense to offense.
It's so accurate, isn't it?
In the same argument. I mean, it's the same argument. And she goes from defending herself to like pouncing on Rory because she's all tense and crazy.
Because also you wake up and your kid's not there. You are in a messed up
you freak
state.
The fuck out. Yeah.
And at the same time, like you're already messed up that your kid's not there. Now you have your mother saying how much you're a mess up.
Yes.
Like you messed up. You always mess up.
And she says like, stop yelling at me.
She just woke up.
Yeah. You're not helping. I love how long it takes people to wake up on this show. Like Max on the couch, Rory and Dean on a freaking beanbag, and like 16 people stand around them before they wake up.
Different people sleep different ways, Carrie.
I don't think they sleep that soundly, honestly. I just think that's so funny.
Well, I just think this is one of the most, like, I feel like now you got to see worlds converge, and I
like that we got to know Dean a little better this episode too, and I guess we sort of did it. We got to know him on the come over night.
Ugh. But you got to see all like the different generations deal with each other.
Yeah.
Correctly, incorrectly.
Yeah. It was a really good episode. I liked it. Do you have some trivia for me?
It's trivia time in the universe.
What's gonna happen? We don't know.
So we're still on season 1, episode 9. It's called Rory's Dance. Just incredible titling, just to start with. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Air date December 20th. The year is 2000 still. We're almost out of 2000 though. And my first question to you, my first piece of trivia, Gilmore Trivia. The guy who played Paris' cousin, Jacob, at the Chilton dance.
Is this the same actor?
No, that's
as
funny.
the reusable extra? Okay.
He's not the DSL guy or
that would
the
have
Swan
blown
guy.
my mind.
But he did get he got this part in a unusual to me way. So his name is Jacob. The actual actor's name is Kyle Gibson. How did Kyle Gibson get the part of Jacob, who played Paris's cousin at the Chilton dance?
Huh. He was a real life cousin of the casting director.
Oh, I love that, but no, that's a good one. Okay, the answer is, so Paris's cousin was a member of the show's crew who was given the cameo role. So he was chosen for the role because he was considered a good fit for the somewhat awkward part of Paris's cousin.
Oh my God.
Now imagine you're just working and you're like, you know what? You're goofy enough. Get in there, kid.
You're somewhat awkward. I once answered a casting call for reasonably attractive. And I got the role. Just saying. Humble brag.
That's pretty good for the movies.
It wasn't a movie. It was
for the screen, you know?
Yeah, for the screen. But they were like, does anyone know any reasonably attractive women to shoot tomorrow? And I was like, I'm a reasonably attractive woman. Can I be on the shoot? And they were like, I guess so.
You gotta know yourself.
No, we meant hot. You know. No, it was fine. I'm in a music video somewhere.
That's cool. Do we know?
Because I'm reasonably attractive. What can I tell you? You know.
Just look through all your music videos and look for that reasonably attractive woman.
That's right.
Yes.
You'll see me.
You weren't like, sliding off a car or anything, were you?
I mean, I was naked on a car writhing, but that's music videos. That's what you do. All right. Well, what's the next piece?
Okay. So you remember when one of the mean girls was talking to Dean and trying to hit on him. And she's like, what are you, 6'1", 6'2"? Dean says he's 6'2", but how tall is he actually?
Is he actually 6 feet?
No.
Is he 6'4"?
He is 6'4".
Oh my God. He had to go shorter for the show. Oh, that's funny. That is funny.
It's a weird piece of trivia, but I'm like, so the writers needed to write him as shorter.
Yeah.
It's just an interesting decision to make for me,
Yeah, they wrote that into the show knowing that was the actor and they couldn't use his real height.
Right. Huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. I think it's not like a mind-blowing piece of trivia, but I thought like they needed to do this. Okay, Hollywood, everybody.
Because I went the other way. You'd think you make you taller.
Right.
Like Tom Cruise is always, 6 feet tall in movies and he's not real tall in real life.
Only when he's jumping on Oprah's couch.
Right. Then he's really tall.
Yeah. And I do have another piece of trivia, but I do want to say a quick thank you to our new Patreon members.
We have new Patreon members.
And these are our first Patreon members.
We love it.
And it's here are the names. Thank you. Our sweet Gilmore friends, Sarah, Mallory, and Stephanie. And now they get fun things like, so they get first access to the episodes. They get early access. And then in these episodes, it includes our before and after banter and bloopers. So you guys might not know this, as smooth as we are during the show, our pre-banter is clearly laughable. I don't even know how to explain it. So, for a few bucks, it helps out the show. And you can hear our nervousness before and after, our flubs. Things like, so you say hi and then I say hi and then. So Sarah, Mallory, Stephanie, you are our Gilmore Friends.
Access to all of that blackmail material. It's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you didn't know, we have a Patreon and, we would love to do all seasons of Gilmore Girls.
Yep.
So be a Gilmore friend if you can and check out our Patreon. Everything's at gilmorefriends.com. So check it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Throw us some bucks.
Yes, please. Now is another question. Okay. How did Dean, Jared Padalecki, land the agent who got him the role of Dean on Gilmore Girls?
How did he get the agent to get the role?
Yes.
How did he get the agent? He did an open casting call at a farmer's market on a Tuesday.
I just want to leave your answers in and just
okay.
I think that's
now I want to know the real answer. What happened? Who is he?
Casting couch. No. Okay. So Jared won, and I didn't even know this thing existed. He won the Fox Broadcasting 1999 Claim to Fame contest.
Oh
my God. The prize was presenting at the Teen Choice Awards. Is this not the cutest?
Oh my God.
At the awards, he met an agent who signed him. The agent got him a minor part in the 1999 movie A Little Inside. And then the following year in 2000, he was cast in the role as Dean Forrester on Gilmore Girls.
Wow.
So work on Gilmore Girls.
I mean, these are the... But like, that's the most convoluted way. Whereas the guy who worked there was just like, you're awkward enough, get in this suit, That's wild. He won a contest on Fox to present an award.
Yeah. I wonder if they were like, you're too tall, but you know what? Don't worry about it. We'll make you 6'2".
We'll make you shorter. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Do you know how old he is when he's So
I know he started off the show. He was 18.
Okay.
So he was 17, it sounded like, when he got his agent. Wow, that's so young.
I know, they're babies.
Yeah, I was busy asking a supermarket guy to the prom, and he was busy at the Teen Choice Awards.
Yeah.
Okay, timelines. So that's my trivia.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. That was yes, I learned a lot. And now I know how to get roles.
Right?
I just need to be a teen. I need to respond to a Fox contest, which I will not be doing.
Or like just, be a grip or something. Get someone's coffee.
I'll be an awkward grip.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I'm too cool. I could never be awkward. Man. Well, I hope things thaw between Emily and Lorelai.
Do you think, here are Carrie's predictions. Do you think that they will thaw?
Yes. I think that they do. I think there is going to be some explaining to do about why she stayed out all night.
Right, because we're left with the fight.
I mean, they ended on the fight.
Mm-hmm.
And if I was watching again, if I was able to binge this, I would watch the next show immediately because I need to know what happens.
Do you think she slept with Dean? Do you think Rory slept with Dean on the beanbag?
No, I don't actually. In the universe of the show, I don't, but I think she did.
And you know what? You are right. I never really saw it that way because it was on, regular TV, the WB, and they weren't able to show actual sex scenes. That is how they indicated when people slept with each other. They just woke up together.
They just woke up the next day. Yeah. In Miss Patty's studio. Wow.
Which Miss Patty would be very proud of because she loves that stuff.
Of course. Of course. She loves it.
What about Dean and Rory? She ran away from Dean. They had the perfect date, and then it ended with her running away. How do you think their relationship?
Okay. I think they'll be okay. They just decided they were boyfriend girlfriend like yesterday. Yeah. I think they're going to be okay for a minute.
Okay.
What? Are they not going to be okay? But he was just so nice. I think they'll be okay.
Care. I got you. You care about Gilmore Girls. This is what I always wanted for our friendship. All right.
Well, good night, darling.
And we did it again. Let us know what you think. What would you
let us know what you think.
Yes.
Write in the comments that, we're not hard to find. Find us.
Gilmorefriends.com. High five.